Hey guys, Walls here with an overview, kind of a review of the Golden Shovel poem assignment that hope you guys have been working on. I know several of you have turned it in, but I've also gotten several messages or emails from students who are like, "What are we doing?" So I know this is kind of one of those things. Like if you haven't been here in person, it's kind of tricky without seeing me work through an example. So here's the assignment. Read through this. I kind of walk through what we're doing, and then down here, this is where your resources are. You've got videos here for the song lyrics, but if you click on the "What Don't Kill You" document, let's do that. It'll pull this up. Golden Shovel lesson poem and lyrics. So remember, the whole point of this is to read Invictus by William Ernest Henley, which is a classic poem. It's a very poemy poem. It rhymes. There's lots of awesome imagery in it. But remember, the whole purpose of this poem is to get hyped, to find motivation. So when William Ernest Henley wrote this, he was in a bad way. He was struggling. He'd been through some stuff and he needed a way to psych himself up. So he wrote this poem. Now, I know as you read the poem, you're thinking, this isn't exactly my idea of a hype song. But let's read it through real quick. I'll read it through once for you and kind of point out the vibes. So he says, "Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." So, especially these last two lines here, "I'm the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul," kind of a punchy way to conclude the poem. But look at the imagery through here. Like you've got some pretty you got black as the pit. You've got bludgeonings of chance, bloody, wrath, tears, shade, menace. So these are all negative words. It's not happy. This isn't like a happy "you can do it" kind of poem, but it's more on the side of gritty, dark, serious. But at the same time, I do find some uplifting elements to this. "I have not winced nor cried aloud. My head is bloody but unbowed." And I like the line, "Beyond this place of wrath and tears." That to me is a striking line. And that's what you need to do. So if you click on each of these things over here, it'll go through and find each song. Now, your goal is to go through and find a striking line from each from the poem, and then each of the songs I have, or excuse me, from one of the songs I have provided you. You don't have to do a striking line from every song. So if we go back to the instructions here, nope, not student work. Instructions. Let's see here. Stanza 1 is based on a striking line from Invictus. Stanza 2 is based on a striking line from one of the provided song lyrics. And stanza 3 is based on a striking line from a song of your choice. So that's where, earlier in the term, I asked a question on Google Classroom about what's a song that hypes you up. You could use that one. So from the poem here, I like the line, "Beyond this place of wrath and tears." I really like this song, "Snake Eyes" by Sean James. I think the lyrics kind of fit the vibe of Invictus pretty well. You've got some pretty clear imagery. You've got a metaphor here, like right in the first stanza, he compares death to a coiled snake. The beast that follows is close. You've got some clear imagery. You've got some really cool ideas here. You got your chorus. But the line I like most is "Blow out your candles and face the gloom." That line hits me. It strikes me. I can't exactly. Well, I guess I could tell you. So, like, what gets me about that line is I love horror movies, and I have this image in my head of somebody going into a dark space, knowing something might be in there that could get them. But they've got one light. They've got a candle, or maybe a flashlight on their phone. Just one singular point of light. And what the speaker here, the songwriter here, is saying is, blow out your candles, like face the darkness head on, stand strong in the midst of peril and impending doom. Also, cool note here, you got some cool, almost internal rhyme. Blow out your candles, stand strong amidst the peril, candle and peril. Same vibe there. Cool. So that's my line there, and then all-time top 5 Metallica songs here. This is somewhere in the top 5 for me. "Broken, Beaten, Scarred" by Metallica. I just picked the line. I'm highlighting here. I just picked the line Oh man, I should have gone with Dawn, Death, Fight, Final Breath. That would have been cool. I think I just did Rise, Fall, Down, Rise Again. I did that one. So pick a striking line from Invictus. Go through Snake Eyes, What Don't Kill You by The Heavy, What Doesn't Kill You, Stronger by Kelly Clarkson, Broken, Beat, and Scarred by Metallica, Lonely Road by Master P, Believer by Imagine Dragons. Pick one line from one of those songs that strikes you, and then find a song that you like that has a similar vibe. You know, it's a motivational song. You're looking for a line that lifts you up, and find that. Now, here's how it will look when you start out. Let's go to my note here. Okay. So you see I've got a 3-stanza thing here. This is the right side of my paper. Pretend this is the right side of my paper, or maybe I guess the middle. Stanza 1, if you read straight down, beyond this place of wrath and tears, that's going to be my stanza 1. Then if you read stanza 2, blow out your candles and face the gloom, that's going to be my stanza 2. If you look at stanza 3, rise, fall down, rise again. So I've taken my striking line and written it word by word straight down the right edge of my paper. What that means is I have to fill in this space over here to make it an actual poem. This is the golden shovel part of it. Again, this ties back to the common lit poetry we've read, Truth and Storm Ending. If you look at the right side of the poem Truth by Nikki Grimes, thunder blossoms gorgeously above our heads. That is the first line of the poem Storm Ending by Gene Toomer. So that's the format here. So my job now, nope, not that. My job now is to fill this in. So I'm going to run through this real quick, kind of stream of conscious, and show you how this works. Remember, this is a draft. You're not, what you get done with here doesn't have to be the thing you turn in. It doesn't have to be the thing that you are, finally done with. I just want to see you guys get the format down. So beyond this place of wrath and tears. So I've got to work this out. So I'm going to say, I am looking beyond the now dash. I know this is not the last place. I'm going to put a period there. Let's see. Oh man, I'm stuck. There, I'm just doing free. Okay, there is more of me than I know. Wrath and let's go with mirth and happiness. So wrath and mirth, and this is going to be one line, and happiness and tears. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking beyond the now. I know this is not the last place. There is more of me than I know. Wrath and mirth, happiness and tears. That is the first stanza of my poem, and I just filled in the left side here to make it make sense. Now notice, I put a period here. I've got a dash. I've got a colon. That's going to be a period there. The end of each line doesn't have to be the end of a sentence. And you can use, punctuation like you normally would when you're writing a paragraph in this poem. The goal of the punctuation is to kind of tell the reader of your poem where one idea stops and one begins, or how two different ideas are related. Cool. And I would do the same thing for blow out your candles, and then rise, fall down, rise again. And remember, this doesn't have to be the thing that is perfect. This is a draft. I want you guys to get the format down. And again, we're looking for the same vibe. Notice how my first stanza, you've got the word beyond here. You've got wrath. You've got tears. You've got this key element of looking beyond, looking ahead. The original intent of the poem was to showcase how things might be bad now, but I'm strong and I can get through them. So I'm trying to fill in the vibes there. I'm trying to make my words kind of go with the theme of the original line, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to get this posted to YouTube and pushed out to you guys. I hope this helps. If you watch this video and you've already submitted yours, and you panic and you're like, oh no, I did it completely wrong, or you don't have enough stuff, I am going to be reviewing your submissions this week or today and this weekend, and I'll give you some feedback so we can start reworking those next week if we need to. Yeah.